Alright, people are going to get pissed about this video, and it's fine because I'm just the messenger. And I hope you do get pissed, because we've all been ripped off before. I've gotten the comic book where I came home and found a big rip in the back of it, or I found somebody cut a Marvel value stamp out of it, or, you know, it's not what they told me it was, you know, and they lied about it and everything like that. So it happens. It happens. But this is bullshit. This is like some kind of fucking mass fucking hysteria going on. I feel like I'm watching one of the biggest internet cons and comics ever, you know. Not to like over dramatize it, but it kind of upsets me for a couple of reasons, because number one, I've got friends and there's people on YouTube, you know, whose whole style of collecting is just getting the keys. Just get the key books. First appearances, this appearance, first time these guys met. That's why they like it. That's how they enjoy it, you know, and stuff like that. So I've kind of been like, you know, over the last few months, I've seen a video here and I've seen a video there where they were saying this is the first appearance of John Constantine, because for years it was issue 37. I mean, we're talking 30 years. And all of a sudden, the last couple months since the TV show, I've been seeing these videos where they're saying it's been issue 25. Which, I have all those, you know. And then I was digging through my comics last night, you know, organizing a few things, and, you know, cards broke down, so I figured I'd keep myself busy around here. And I decided to just kind of, you know, go through my old Swamp Thing, got to the boxes. And, you know, I started, looked up how much these were, and actually looked up on eBay, and these things are selling for a lot, and they're swearing up and down this is the first Justice League Dark. Guys, this is bullshit. This is bullshit, okay? First of all, part of what I do on my channel is like I'm into the comic book history and what goes not only in the comics but the comic book history behind the scenes. And I looked it up, man, because like I'm actually missing that one issue of Wizard. No idea where it went, but you can go back to the Wizard of November 1993. I think that's around issue 26, 27. I don't have it, so you know all I have is a date here. And there's an interview with Alan Moore that everybody knows. Everybody knew this stuff. Is that you know the artist on here, Bicet and Toddleben, were big fans of Sting. You know, one more than the other. You know, the way I heard it and stuff. Yeah, Steve Bicet and John Toddleben. And Alan Moore likes to be, you know, good writers talk to their artists, find out what they wanted, like they like to draw, and get a little bit of input. You know, they're still the writer, but you know it's still a team effort. You know, so they were throwing out things they never thought would happen, and DC Comics was scared to death of Sting suing them because those two artists were Sting fans, and they wanted a character that kind of looked like Sting. Okay, so what people are saying, which blows my mind, is that without realizing that those guys were Sting fans, artists have always, you know, you can go back in the 40s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, whatever age of comics you want to go into, and they always threw in little Easter eggs, little funny hints in the background, or you know, stuff like that. They had fun with it, and they're saying that this pisses me off so bad, man. I mean, I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. They're saying that this one little panel is John Constantine. Okay, we are in Saga of the Swamp Thing number 25. When you look it up, you know this is the saga of. And here on page 21, standing behind Abby, is a picture of Sting. That is not John Constantine. There is no cigarette. There is no trench coat. There is no tie. That is a exact artist rendition of Sting. I've even seen Sting. I remember seeing Sting do like an interview on MTV or something where he's wearing that exact shirt. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not hallucinating. You know that the striped shirts was a new wave thing for a lot of years when I was a kid. Okay, that is not Constantine. Okay. Actually, the other thing is this is June of '84. What you have there is the first cameo appearance of Sting in a comic book, unofficial, right? If you want to use that thing, go on back and get the fucking Dune 3-issue series that came out in the same year, I think. That was '84, and this is '85, a year later. So if you want to get like, you know, the second, you know, appearance of Sting in a comic book, oh wait, that's not Sting. He's a character. He's playing a character in a movie. And this is a movie adaptation. He happens to look like Sting, you know. Now the other thing that got me, I mean, it's scam, man. The freaking TV show comes out, and somebody started to dig through their comics, and they're trying to make a key out of nothing, man. It's a fucking illusion, man. You're out in the fucking desert, and it's a fucking oasis, and now there's people who I have seen bust their ass to get issue 37, you know, the real first appearance of John Constantine, because they actually love the character. They love Alan Moore, they love Swamp Thing, or all of the above, and now they're getting told, no, there's one little panel that, you know, it looks like Hellblazer, but it's actually Sting, and they're getting told that's the one to get. People are slamming that motherfucker and trying to sell it. Don't fall for the bullshit. Don't fall for the bullshit, man. I mean, it's your money, but, I mean, we're in the same boat. I got all the same comics, too, you know. And then this one blows my mind. They're saying this is the first appearance of Justice League Dark. Okay, and this is like in 1986, okay? And I remember seeing this on the spinner rack in Magic Mart when I was like 12, 13 years old, and I'm like, oh my god, what a dark book. Are they really selling that? And then I saw there was no Comic Code Authority. This is not a fucking team. This is a story that started with issue 37 that Alan Moore was building up to for the 50th freaking issue, and it carried over half an issue in issue 51 before he started a new arc. Okay, he'd had the Demon in the 20s. He had the Phantom Stranger and Spectre in the annuals. You know, where he goes to hell to save Abby and leaves a rose there to replace Abby. You know, there's a rose that grows in hell for Abby. Fucking horror, gothic, romantic. You know, this was not a team. They're sitting around. They're having a seance, a bunch of mystics. Okay, but let's say you're like Tim. Tim, you're going by the letter. You're not by the spirit of comics. You're going by the letter. Okay. You know, Justice League Dark's first appearance was Justice League Dark #1 with the DC 52, okay? This is not Justice League Dark. This was a story where everybody was placed, and there's foreshadowing, and there's a build-up, right? So, if you think I'm being too... I mean, I feel like I'm doing you a fucking favor. I'm keeping you from getting ripped off, man. Don't, you know, if you feed the beast gets bigger, and you just encourage it, and it goes on. It's bullshit, right? Okay, but even if you wanted me to say that, like, you know, you're going by the spirit, well, I got two books for you. This came out a year before. This is Crisis on Infinite Earths #10, and instead of this issue being famous for the death of Sargon, and I think Zatara died in it, I'm not sure, or he might have already been dead, but Sargon the Sorcerer, a fucking Golden Age character, dies in this, right? Okay, and then like a year later before that, that's why that should be a key, you know. So, you know, we have Crisis on Infinite Earths, and we got the same characters with a whole lot, with more, even more mystical characters, doing a freaking magical seance, helping out the freaking Spectre try to save the Earth, you know. So, was that Justice League Dark, or is that a story that's brought together a whole bunch of mystics, you know? Okay, but still, right? Okay, Tim, letter of the law, you're splitting hairs and all this stuff, okay? Well, the closest thing to an actual Justice League Dark that you would have, and I think this is just show, this is a humor book, and this kind of reflects how big of a fucking joke I think this is, was sitting there trying to make keys out of nothing, you know, to rip people off, you know. And would be like this. This is, you know, this came out in 1985, 2 full years before that Justice League Dark. And Blue Devil went around, and there was a story that went on with a demon that escaped, and he goes around and he gets Man-Bat, the Creeper, Madame Xanadu, Phantom Stranger, the Demon, and I think there might be a little hint here, one or two of them, Black Orchid. You know, they all get together and they take on Faust. Okay? And then they turn around, and this is closer than anything else to almost having a Justice League Dark before there's a Justice League Dark. They kind of take a riff on the Avengers getting together, like right after all the Avengers and #1 took down Loki, and you had the Hulk and Thor and Wasp and Ant-Man and Thor and all that stuff, and they all get together and like, well, we should become a team. The seven of us be a team, playing on the number 7 with the 7 members, the original 7 members of the Justice League and stuff. And the Creeper gets up and he goes, you know, the longer we're needed, let me say, he's like, let me say something. He goes, yeah, you know, we got together on this caper by accident, but I think we make a terrific team. This could be the start of something big, a regular group, a spooky Justice League of America, maybe. We call ourselves, I don't know, Creeper and his Spirit Squad. What do you think? Black Orchid is sitting there like 7 of us of a team. Man-Bat's looking around. Madame Xanadu, all for one and one for all. Phantom Stranger, monthly meetings. And then the Blue Devil comes up and why that, and they all get together and say that's the stupidest idea I've ever heard, and they all leave. So right there, this page, look at this, take in the page. So using that freaking warped logic of illusion of seeing things that aren't there, or not seeing what's in front of you. This would actually be considered the first appearance of Justice League Dark, going by like, you know, what you're thinking, you know, what those freaking people are thinking. And I'm not being a buzzkill, and I'm not trying to like rain on anybody's day or a wet blanket, but if things like this start leaking out with this hobby and stuff, it's going to kill what integrity it does have. And when new people come into the hobby and it's overwhelming to begin with, and they got all this, you know, they start getting fed misinformation so they can get their money and stuff, they're going to get out. They're going to get out, and it's going to be a bad reputation, you know. So yeah, that kind of pissed me off. So don't fall for the bullshit, you know. Don't fall for the bullshit. Don't fall into things that are going there. Just because a movie's coming out or the TV show's going out, don't lose your mind and realize that people are going to take advantage of this to try to get your money. I save comics. I've got 4 or 5 comics I'm saving up for when a Suicide Squad trailer comes out. I'm not trying to rip anybody off, but you know, I've had those books forever. That's all right. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm giving you what is real. I'm not going to sit here and back up and go into like find some little panel in the back that could be the first appearance of Deadshot. No, Deadshot's first appearance was in Detective Comics, and it's freaking there. You know. Oh, it's just bullshit. Don't read into things that are there. Don't try to turn everything into a key to get somebody's money, man. You got to be ashamed of yourself. God.